Hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sharon, aka the Melanin Nostalgic Runner, and we are back again for Get Fit With Me series yoga edition, and we are still continuing on with this challenge. And let me tell you, I'll be fully transparent. This has been a struggle. I'm getting it done, but your girl's been struggling because this is when I'm supposed to be amping up my running. I've been trying to get into the gym more, and then I've been going away on vacation and stuff like that here and there, and work. It's definitely been that. So it's been a little rough getting this in. So as much as I'm proud of myself that there's only 7 days left this challenge, and I'm getting it done. I'm telling myself there's only 7 more days of this challenge because the girl's ready for a break, at least when it comes to that. Keep in mind, I'm definitely still going to be doing the yoga because that's kind of what mainly what this channel is about. I do Get Fit With Me series, but they're mainly the yoga edition. But I am hoping to incorporate the strength training back into this again more. And yeah. I also have quite a few races that are going on too. I think also that was the other struggle is too, right along the time when I was starting this challenge, I literally had 2 back-to-back long distance races. I had a 10 miler and I had a half marathon, and I was doing this at the same time along with still doing my gym schedule, which my gym schedule right now in the summer months is about 2 to 3 times a week, just because I got too much going on. And I started biking too. So it's been it's been a thing. It's been a time. But anyway, that's not why we're here. We're here to do day 23, and I mentioned that's where we're at. And before we get into that, the candle I am burning to help get the ambiances is on island time. And I'm ready for that. I'm ready to be on island time. And also the other thing that we're doing today is third eye chakra. So day 23 is energy. So E for energy, and we're doing the third eye chakra. I will also say this, today it is hot. It is really, really warm out. And it's not even the afternoon yet, and it is already 80 something degrees outside. And, in the evening it cools down. So I'm not wearing a lot, at least in my taste, but this is what has to happen in order for us to get this workout in. So it is what it is. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. And yeah. So today we are starting today's practice in a seated position, but we also are channeling our third eye chakra. So we have our hand in a certain pose to get that started and just working on breathing through that. After we warm up in the seated position and also include doing some rotation with our neck in both directions, we are going to make our way to a tabletop position. And with a tabletop position, we're going to do a cat and cow variation, including a child's pose in the mix. And we're going to do that for a couple of rounds. Once we have done the cat-cow variation, we are going to end up in our first extended child's pose where we hold it. And then from there, we're going to make our way to our first downward facing dog. From the downward facing dog, we're going to make our way to the front of the mat in a standing forward bend. And this is where we're going to be hanging a little bit. And then from there, we're going to make our way into our first little sequence where we move our arms around and kind of focus on it going into the chakra, where we do a slight back bend and slight forward bend. And I'm not exactly sure how to describe it, but we have like our hands up, and then we also have them up front, and then we have them bind behind our back, and we do this in a couple of rounds. To close out the sequence that we're doing, we are going to end up in cactus arms in a standing position. And then from there, we're going to make our way into our first tree pose. And we're going to start on one side and then do the other side. As part of the sequence, so we are going to end up doing everything on the other side, but the tree pose is going to be part of a sequence actually. So we are from the tree pose, we're going to make our way into a kind of a triangle pose or pyramid pose, and then we're going to hold that for some time. And then from the pyramid pose, we're going to make our way to a wide-legged forward bend, a wide-legged standing forward bend. and we're going to be hanging there for a moment, and then we're going to do a twist on each side after we do that, and that is all going to be part of this sequence. Once we have completed the twist on each side, wide-legged, we're going to make our way back to that lunge position. And from a lunge position, we'll make our way back to a downward facing dog. And then from the downward facing dog, we are going to return back to a standing forward bend to repeat this sequence on the other side. Once we have completed this sequence of both sides, we're going to make our way back to a downward facing dog. And from the downward facing dog, we then are going to make our way back to extended child's pose, a resting pose. The child's pose, we are going to make our way back down to a seated position where we are then going to be in kind of a staff pose. And from the staff pose, we'll make our way to a seated forward bend, doing the best you can as far as stretching. And yeah. From there, we are going to make our way to kind of I guess the only way, I know there's a different name for it, but I can't remember what it is exactly. It's kind of a seated eagle pose. And we're going to be doing that on both sides. And yeah, that's what all I could think of. And then also as this bind, as the legs are bind, the arms are doing an opposite bind for a nice stretch. Once we do this pose on both sides, this is actually the last pose we do to end the practice. You can either make your way to a corpse pose or shavasana, or make your way to a meditation pose. I did opt for the meditation pose today, and that does conclude the practice. Okay, so that concludes the video for today. How I would rate that? I actually will rate that a 9.5. I really did enjoy that practice. It went by fairly quickly. And I am I'm a sucker for third eye chakra practices because that's, I don't know, random side note. So I think I mentioned this in my Seeing Things Differently video for my vacation while I was in Vegas / Sedona. I actually went to a spiritual shop and I got a reading on what my aura was looking like. And I think chakras are kind of related to that. I'm not as versed as probably most people are that are really into it. I kind of just dabble here and there with it. But they said that my aura at the time was purple. So it's like I'm always floating outside of myself a lot of times, which that kind of makes sense, especially with how things have been with me lately. But I say all that to say maybe there's a correlation of why I like the third eye chakra practices more than most, or poses that kind of are related to that. Because if you notice, for the most part, that practice for me felt smooth. It felt smooth as like butter. Smooth like butter. Is that BTS? I think that's BTS. Anyway, yeah. So, but besides that, yeah, I enjoy the practice. As you could tell, because I think I mentioned in the beginning of the video, we got 7 more days of this. Well, we already got the 7 days done. So we're actually now 7 days knocked out. Now we got 6 more days. So we're getting there. We're getting there. It's just, child. I love how my body has gotten, like I feel way more flexible right now. I actually do feel stronger. My running, I will say this. So testimony time, short testimony time. My running has improved. Since I've really started doing more of this yoga, it's improved so much. I haven't been doing as much strength training as I was doing like last year, but it's not like I'm losing the strength, because whenever I do go to the gym, I still do basically the weights I was doing last year. So I haven't lost strength. So yeah, I say all this to say this 30-day challenge, I think, is kicking my butt in the way I need it. Like, even though I'm not running as much as I would like, because I would say when I was heavy into like training, like running for time and all that, I would run 5 to 6 times a week, religiously. It didn't matter what the weather was, I was outside. Now it's 3 to 4 times a week. And when I do run, it feels good. And my speed is there when I do it. Like I ran with a group on Thursday and my speed was on point. And it was a hot day and the air quality wasn't the best. And I was not the people in the back. I wasn't really in the front like that. I was actually the second group. There was like probably 3-4 groups total. I was like the second group. So I say that this is helping a lot. And even when I do speed work, so this past Thursday I didn't do speed workouts, didn't do a speed workout, but when I do, I've noticed this is helping. It's helping with my breathing. So my breathing's getting back to like normal. And also it's helping, I feel like, with like some of my allergy issues I have, because as y'all know, your girl's allergies is just always a terror. So I say all this to say, I do appreciate this practice. I think this practice is working really, really well. And I highly recommend going to her channel and checking it out for yourself if you haven't done that yet. Because you don't have to do it as a 30-day challenge. Like I'm just doing it that way. And I'm not even quite doing it that way all the way. Some days I add 2 of them together. Because I don't know what it is, but sometimes 20 minutes just isn't enough for me. So I like a little bit more. So sometimes I'll just do maybe 2 or 3 practices in a row to make it like an hour workout versus like especially if I know I'm not running or doing anything else that day. I don't know if it's a guilt thing of mine or if I just feel like I just need to combine it. I rather sometimes do that than just do 20 days each day. But I would recommend doing it maybe that way if you're newer to yoga and you just need to get a jump start in getting a workout routine going. For me, it's a little different because clearly, especially those who know me, I've been an athletic girl and working out regularly, I'll say this regularly, since like 2009. Yeah, so almost 15 years of this. So, it's different. And I've been maintaining weight for years now. I did get really, really small at one point in time. And also, if you want to hear that story, I do have a story time on that as well too on my channel. So again, incentive to go and check out my channel more if you want to know more about that too. But anyway, 9.5 for sure when it comes to this practice. I have nothing else to say. So please like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you get anything out of this content. And also definitely check out Black Yogi with Nico Marie. She's killing it. I love her videos. They're great. They're nice, quick, and easy. If you prefer something a little bit more, I would say more fertility based, live fertile, go to her. She has that. She also has really good information for women or men who want to find out more information about the women in their life. Maybe you're trying to have a baby, you're trying to deal with some issues that are going on with that, and you want to help and be like an ally. Yeah, I would recommend her for that. Also, if you're looking more of something that's a little bit more on the mainstream side of things, and there's a little bit more of a variety, because I would say Nico Marie does have has variety, but it's not the same style. If you're looking for a different style, Yoga with Adrienne, that's actually what got me started in doing yoga on YouTube. She was kind of the gateway, and then I just wanted to look for more. Yeah, but anyway, there's plenty of yoga people who do awesome things. Check them all out. I'm going to go back to reviewing more people a lot more regularly once this challenge wraps up. As you can tell, this challenge has kind of been taking over my life a little bit for the month of June, but that's okay. I try to squeeze in Yoga with Adrienne in there and Life Fertile because I know they both are killing it and they're both posting things still regularly too. So, but anyway, again, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you get anything out of the content. It's your girl Sharon, aka the Melanin Nostalgic Runner, and I will see you next time. Bye.